So we want to promote water quality advocates through building relationships, education, and community outreach and engagement. And our participants hold the key to this success. And today, it's all about education. We got 2 really good tutorials today to show y'all, and it's really powerful tools for the public to use. Here's a PDF of when it was released. About 2 years ago, they released this interactive map online. So there's a lot of data sets on there you can pull up. So I think I left a guide. Everybody has this out if you're going to follow along. And I'm going to start with making the map. So the link is on, I already attached the link, but let's say you lost my paper. So all you got to do is go to Google, check down LDEQ, make a map, and it'll send you there. So, and right there you go to View. Give it a second to load. It's an online art map which enables you to turn on and off features, print features, and you can actually incorporate data. You can put some XY, CVS data and stuff, CSV data in there too. So the first thing I want to do is I want to turn everything off. Everything's on right now, and one, it slows the system, and 2, I just want to start from the baseline. So I'm on these little eyes, I'm going to turn everything off. So now everything's off, clean slate. The next thing I want to do, I want to change my base map. This is a little bright for me. So over here on the right-hand side, there's the base map icon. Go ahead and click that. And there's several different base maps. For me, I prefer topography. It does shows like the streams, some of the major streams in the cities. But sometimes you can go to these darker canvases just to help me out. But I tried this. Is that okay for everybody? Can you see this really well? Okay. Because usually I do this one, but you can't see it because the PowerPoint is doing something to it. I can see it. So I'm going to do a light gray canvas, and then later on I'll revert back to the topographic one so you can see the streams. This way I can work on it initially. So now we're in the light gray canvas, right? And then now I'm going to turn on step 5. I'm going to turn on the geographic boundaries of parishes. Because I sort of know where I'm at, but I really want to see the boundaries. So go to geographic features, the 4th one down. Now press on this triangle. I should be able to turn it on. No, not that one, it's the last one. Okay.
Geographic boundaries?
Yeah, geographic boundaries. And when you initially click that little eyeball and close, make everything invisible, everything underneath it, the subcategories, all turn invisible too. So you gotta make sure when you turn this back on, you go in there and turn what you want on. It takes everything and it turns it all off.
So you turn them all on, or what you going to do? Which one you turn them on?
I got parishes, DOT parishes, so, which is our parishes. So now I kind of sort of know where I'm at. I'm in Ascension Parish, that's where I'm aiming for, and that's where my project is. So I zoom in to get a bit closer to my project site, and you can see the boundaries here. And now I'm going to go to step number 7. So under hydrology category, I'm going to turn it on first. And under this category, I'm going to turn on the LDEQ subsegments. And now it lists a subsegment with the numbers, and my project is 040404. So it's right here within this boundary.
What is 04040?
It's New River, New Vision project.
New River subsegment.
So it's a subsegment, it's New River, New Vision project. And if you want to have that number on the second page, actually, it's up here on the second page. So it's in the tables. And then I'm going to step 8. Yeah, I'm going to go to business data. I'm going to make sure I turn it on. And then I'm going to turn on the ambient sites, because I'm looking for ambient sites, which are sites where we collect all the ambient data from. There's 2 here. I'm going to turn both on.
So business data is typically the things that DEQ produces. The permitted facilities, our monitoring stations, regional offices, and things like that.
And as you can see, when I turn that on, it turns on this one single point. And usually most subsegments have one or two, it depends, but this one only has one, and it's for the subsegment. And you click on the identifier, it shows you the site number. So this one is 1103.
Question, is that there on the mega map? Does it show both the active and inactive sites? Or just the active sites?
I only have the active sites right now. Yeah, I only have the active sites right now.
But you see you got them for different years.
Yeah, there's 2 years. There's 2 different networks, but if I turn on, they both turn on, you see.
So they do, drop sites and pick up new sites occasionally.
Yeah, we call that AC. We got AC up there, right?
Now, I did step number 9. I clicked on the site 1103. So I can see the description of the site, the base in the description, and also I can see some of the metadata, or I can download the shapefile if I want to incorporate into other things, like Ubers or ArcMap. And you go across, you can see more information on it. It's in Ascension Parish. The location of where the site is, and a site description of how, triangulation between 3 different points. The hub, latitude and longitude. It's the same thing over, so. Now we'll go to the base map, and I'm going to change it back to topographic. So that way I can see the streams. And now I can kind of see that this is a portion of the New River Canal before it merges in. So. And now from this point on, there's other things here, or other descriptions that you can use. This tool is really powerful. They have, demographics, civil facilities, the urbanized, and a lot of old original data here. Geographic features, geology, the aquifers, and the LGS geologies. So this is not only the water planning and assessment division, TMDL we uses. There's other things in there that involves. There's population, there's soil and vegetation. But from this point on, this is all I want on my map. So from this point on, I'm print it and I'm gonna save it. But I want to show you something for that. Can y'all see this? The add data. I don't know why it's stacked like that. Yeah, there's a little add data point. From here, you can go on if you have external data, XY data. You can actually add that data.
What format is that in?
It's you're usually CSV formats. So you can either add the data or add a URL, depending on where you get the data from. So, and there's 2 other formats you can use too: shapefile and GeoJSON, which is also ArcMap. So. But I can't connect to my server. There was a file that I was going to show you. It was just all the points of the subsegment. Let's see if it connects. No, I'm not able to connect. But now we're going to print the map. So I'm going to go print it. I gave it a title. Whatever template you want to use, depending on the size. And click print. And when you click print, it's just a PDF that it's making for you. So it takes a second. And the results should be on the right-hand side. And now that should be what you zoom I forgot to mention, where you zoom your extent to, that's what it's going to print. So I made a mistake of moving it too close. So I'm going to discard it and move out.
So this mapping program, as you zoom in and zoom out, different things become viewable.
And now you got a really, really clear image of the subsegment that you're in, some of the smaller streams. And if you like to, you can zoom in some more. And that, like Chuck said, as you zoom in, you can see other features, roads, names of roads. And that, I think that is the AI facilities. I turn it on, but you can't see it until you get closer. So all the agency information, and I think if you click on them, it'll give you a brief description. So. And from that, do you have any questions? Because we're going to proceed on to the next step using that one water quality network set that I have right here. No questions? I'm going to proceed. So let's go to the second page. So now that I made a map, I can use that map and I can make I can download the data to that project. But that only shows one site. The project really has more than that many sites. So I'll provide the link in number 1, but I'm going to show you where I usually go. From your home page, go to water, DEQ's home page. And go to monitoring, ambient surface water quality. Right there, it says the low web portal. There's 5 main categories when you want to download data for a project. You can either download it by the project number, which I'll list it up here. You can download it by a sites map. It shows all the sites on the map of Louisiana. There's an ambient water quality method download, and then there's a MERGA initiative. The first thing I want to go over is the reference guide. When you download this data, some of these identifiers, it's like abbreviations. And if you kind of don't understand abbreviations, you can go here and actually download some of the abbreviations and understandings of the methodologies and the validations. So it shows you, a little bit of everything and what the unique abbreviation stands for. So I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this. So yeah, it's just abbreviation. But I'm going to proceed to download the project data using project numbers. So from here, I'm going to go to View Projects. And the project number is ES 202000. And it's the project. So it's again 0404 New River, TMD Alternative Survey. And from here, you can view all the sites. Two things that happens there. It makes a sort of an interactive map where you can click on to see where the sites are located. You can click on the sites, get a description of the sites, and you can view the current data straight from there, or you can go through and find them from here from the table. And from here, you can actually download all of the sites. Just click in either Excel or PDF, however you want it. You can click PDF, and it will download the whole PDF of all the sites. And we'll download all the site data, the site number, the site name, site location, subsegment number, and the collection data. It's approximately 41 sampling sites here.
For New River.
For New River, yeah. I've included that in your, it's on the 3rd page, so I included that information for y'all too. Click on view. So I'm gonna look at the data for 1103, which is the ambient site and has the most data available. From here, it's the same thing. There's a reference map that shows you where the site is at. Description of the site if you click on it. I don't know. This is one you can't click, but it's up here. And you got field sample data, which is pH, temp. They have the collection time and your dissolved oxygen in the field. And from here, you can actually download to Excel if you like, which I'm going to download it, so that way you can see what it looks like. It's just all the collection of the data. And from that point on, you can filter it, sort it how you like. It has the date, the collection times, the units. And it measures salinity. They do takedown on the field samples. And even the flows, if there's low flow, normal flow. And I mentioned earlier, like these identifiers, if you don't know what they are, the reference guides tells you what these identifiers are.
Hey Ben, can you show them just how, if you don't want all of that data, but just one parameter? Or
Yeah,
two
sure.
parameters?
Let's do that. I don't need this first line usually, so I delete the first line. And let's say I want to really sort this data. I'll click on the very first line, and I'll click filter, so that way I can, filter the data out. This is, oh wait. Oh, you can't do it there. It's sort. It's this way already.
You can do it for first page too.
No, it's sorted this way. You can't. It's the other way. I have to flip it if I wanted to do it on the lab data. Yeah, it's sorted the other way. When you filter, I'll show you how to do it in the lab. This one is filtering everything across and down. But the lab samples, let's set up the lab samples, and I'll show you. So for the lab samples, I can go in and filter whatever data I want, or whatever parameters I want or don't want. So let's say I just want to look at hardness. That shows me all the hardness readings that has been done on this site. From the date, the time, the methods, and what the results were. Even sample depths is on here too. You can filter a couple different ways. You can go through, these other cast numbers, or you can filter through the name, the common name of the parameters. So, like this one will be for alkalinity. So.
And then the sodium,
You want to see soda? Okay.
the unit of measurement of sodium is like ppb, right?
Let me see.
But most everything else is micrograms per liter, if I remember correctly. You got one of them that's like, and the values look so large until you realize you're dealing with a different unit of measurement.
Yeah.
I think it's sodium.
Be careful.
Might be wrong.
Some of these
Yeah,
units are not the same across the board. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just curious, because it's got a much better detection.
Oh yeah, don't freak out. It's not
than
milligrams per liter. Don't freak out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can just download everything and just sort it as you like, make graphs, charts. And everything that's been downloaded from this site is all approved data. It's already been through their screening process, and it's everything that's been approved.
But if you have a site and you know there's data, but you can't find it, let us know, because sometimes it can get flagged or something's holding it up.
Yeah. Internally in-house, we can still get that data and see what's the holdup.
Or there may be some reason that a switch that needs to be changed that make it available out here.
And even if you know, this is field data, so they make really nice charts with the field data.
Oh,
pH
I
temperature.
haven't seen that.
Huh?
I said I haven't seen that. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So you can get a little sidebar of pH, temperature, specific comments, and DO, where I think I turned it off. That's why. And it can, you know, it can give you all year, 4 years, 1 year, whatever you want. So. And as you're looking at this trend, it's DO, right? So this is your 5. Your 5 right here. You can see as it reaches like the summer, you know, it goes down, and as it reaches winter, it comes right back up. So you can, it helps you see trend lines. So.
See, I had the same thing happen in some of my sites at Blind River.
Yeah.
Your lowest is December. And I had the same thing. It was very weird.
That's why, you know, it's crucial you can download everything, you know, because DO is just one component.
Yeah, it's a result of something.
You can see what other samples and what other parameters was happening or occurring at the same time that DO was low or high. Let's see right here, I got a DO of 8 on March. So let's do a little experiment. I have the data. I want to look at March. So the collection dates are usually the same. They collect all the data in one day. So that was March 2022. So I want to see what happened there. So I got several March readings here. Let me double check that 2022 is 0 to 2022. It's March 15th or 16th. Kind of the whole month of March. See what happens. Now all you guys March data, right? So I can further evaluate and look like what's the fecal coliform for that time period? Like what happened?
So when you got high chloride too, that's in March.
So 240.
It's not bad.
That's enough.
Check your
Look at your
temperature.
chlorides or your TSS, or I'm trying to remember. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, that was the one that, at that time, we had some high values.
Nitrogen.
Well, temperature would be in the lab data.
Oh, yeah. What about your nitrogens?
What's your chlorides? You want to check? 94.
That you had that.
So this one's the lab data. We can turn on and off the lab data to see. You just have to filter again and look for some March.
Yeah, but March was good. You had good data. You had a good,
The temps.
no, you had a good DO, 8.
Yeah, well, we want.
12 is when you didn't have too good data.
There was only one fuel. 23.57. pH was 7, which is balanced. But this is a field, right? 2.8. So, and after they brought it back to the lab, they evaluated it, and it was 8. You have some salinity there. You're gonna have that in your. So this one says 1, right? 0.7, 0.7. January, recently, so that's January 2023. That data hasn't been approved yet, so we're still waiting on that data, so.
Huh,
Because that's a field. This one is field,
right.
so
You go in your field, you'll find it.
the lab data hasn't come back for January yet, so. That, have any questions, or is there something y'all want to see? Something else y'all want to see?
We are in a period of